जय कुंज बिहारी जय। जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय। जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनंदना जय व्रजजनरंजना जय व्रजजनरंजना जय यशोदनंदना जय व्रजजनरंजना जय व्रजजनरंजना जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय। कुंज बिहारी जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय। 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 जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय। श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय। श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जय। श्री श्री गौरताय की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ग्रंथराज श्री श्री चैतन्य चरितामृता की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। गौर प्रमानंदे हरि हरि।
So before Prabhuji begins his Srimad Bhagavatam class, I would like to give his brief introduction. His Grace Kalacakra Krishna Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. He is an IT professional and has been practicing Krishna consciousness for past 25 years. He was initiated by Maharaj in the year 2001 in Minneapolis and was personally trained by Maharaj to scrutinizingly study Srila Prabhupada's books, especially Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In the past 25 years, he is striving to follow the instructions of his spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada, traveling around the world and inspiring everyone in seriously studying Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He has been conducting several online and in-person study groups over the years with the aim of inspiring devotees to scrutinizingly study Srila Prabhupada's books and relish them. He is running an online forum called Grantharaj for the last 19 years, inspired and guided by his spiritual master. There are several thousand members subscribed to this forum where the devotees share their personal realizations and practical application of Srila Prabhupada's Vani. These articles are utilized as an effective preaching tool by hundreds of devotees around the world. He has also printed 4 books entitled Grantharaj, the King of Scriptures, second Srimad Bhagavatam in Practice Volume 1, third Srimad Bhagavatam in Practice Volume 2, and fourth book, Pearls of Wisdom, based on the teachings of Srila Mahavishnu Swami, Goswami Maharaj. So let us welcome him to today's Srimad Bhagavatam class and to temple by loudly chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu's Mataji's Dandavat Pranam. So nice to be here in the association of all of we wonderful devotees. Today we will try to meditate on the glorious Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. We have another just 4 more days for the most important festival for life. Shri Shri Gaura Purnima Mahotsav Ki Jai. So it's like preparation for Gaur Purnima. So we are going to have this whole week as Gaur Katha, right? Gaur Katha is non-different from Krishna Katha. In fact, even more sweeter, if you have to say that way. Because Krishna kills a lot of demons. That is also very sweet to see. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kills all the demons of anarthas in our hearts. Right? So we will try to meditate on a sloka. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We will recite this sloka from Adilila, chapter 2, verse 1. We will try to meditate on verse 2 also, if Krishna willing time permits. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yad Anugrahat Taren Nana Matagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yad Anugrahat Taren Nana Matagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yad Anugrahat Taren Nana Matagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yad Anugrahat Tare Nana Matagraha व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे बालोऽपि यत् अनुग्रहात् तरे नानामतग्राह व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरम् श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे बालोऽपि यद् अनुग्रहात् तरे नानामतग्राह व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरम्. Mataji, it's okay. It's okay, started. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yadanugrahat Tare Nanamatagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. Mataji, Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yat Anugrahat Tare Nanamatagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum, to Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vande, I offer obeisances. Balaha, an ignorant child. Api, even, yet, of whom, anugrahat, by the mercy, taret, may cross over, nana, various, mata, of theories, graha, the crocodiles, vyaptam, filled with, siddhanta, of conclusions, sagaram, the ocean. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat. I offer my obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even an ignorant child can swim across the ocean of conclusive truth, which is full of the crocodiles of various theories. Purport, please hear. By the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even an inexperienced boy with no educational culture can be saved from the ocean of nescience, which is full of various types of philosophical doctrines that are like dangerous aquatic animals. The philosophy of the Buddha, the argumentative presentations of the Jnanis, the yoga systems of Patanjali and Gautama, and the systems of philosophers like Kanada, Kapila and Dattatreya are dangerous creatures in the ocean of nescience. By the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can have real understanding of the essence of knowledge by avoiding these sectarian views and accepting the lotus feet of Krishna as the ultimate goal of life. Let us all worship Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for His gracious mercy to the conditioned soul. Jai Shri Prabhupada Translated Purports ki Jai. Shri Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savaduhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lankayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram Namo Vishnu Pada Vishnu Vishnu Shrimate Mahavishnu Swamitanam Namo Vishnu Pada Vishnu Vishnu Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Jai Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Balopi Yadanugraha Taren Nanamadagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. Such a beautiful verse to begin with this chapter, This chapter is titled Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just before the beginning of the class, I was just talking with Ram Sevak Prabhuji, just talking, and then Prabhuji was expressing that, after so many years also, it's very difficult to make people understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Yes, that is true. But you know what? This Kali Yuga, actually we don't have to explain with so much vigor that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself says that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on his own, he goes and becomes the Supreme Personality of Godhead in everybody's home. If you see in the Western world, for example, or any other part of the world, even within India also, outside of Bengal, there not many knew about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu until Prabhupada spread this worldwide, our ISKCON movement, isn't it? But you see now, in every house, I went to places which has no centers, in US I'm talking about, in US and even in other places like Japan and other places where you don't have any temple or center also. But in the homes they will have Gaur Nitai. They don't have any background of our culture. How did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enter into their homes? That's why he is Namo Mahavadanyaya. He will, that is why we are praying to him. Chaitanya Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Mande, Balopi Yat Anugrahat. He gives his mercy even without us asking for it. That is his greatness. That is his speciality. That is his inconceivable mercy. So we don't have to worry. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that don't worry if people don't accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At least if they accept him as a pure devotee, pure saint, just be satisfied. Because once they accept him as pure saint, then slowly, like in like a needle, out like a plow, Prabhupada says, no? So slowly he will enter in, and then they will be, very soon, next time you go to their homes, they will be having Lord Chaitanya Prabhu in their homes. He is so merciful. In Kali Yuga, we are not qualified to worship the deity forms of the Lord. But without the deity forms of the Lord, we cannot, control our senses, as Prabhupada says, right? Is the most efficient way to control our senses. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what does he do? You can worship me as a deity form. Okay, any rules? Na niyamataha smaranena kalaha, for holy names also he says. And then, okay, what about prasad, boga offering and all this? Then I heard from senior disciples of Prabhupada, sannyasi disciples also, that what is the diet for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? We offer Chapan Bhog and all the different bhogs for Jagannath and Radha Krishna. What is the diet for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Holy names. The more you chant the holy names, the more they feel filled up. Even if you travel anywhere or you don't have anything to offer, just offer some dry fruits or whatever that you are offering. But constant chanting of the holy names of the Lord, actually, he sells himself to those who are, chanting the holy names, lovingly chanting the holy names of the Lord, joyfully chanting the holy names of the Lord. That is the most important. Chanting you can do, but we have to do it joyfully and cheerfully. That is the most important thing. Chanting means not holy names, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. We chant so joyfully. Why we have to chant joyfully? Because there are a few reasons that comes out of this particular shloka and its commentary of Prabhupada. See, Balopi yad anugrahat. जय श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय. So this Balopi yad anugrahat. You see, these truths, we are talking about this Shastras, this our Tattva. People, the great philosophers and scholars sit for ages together to understand. You see? But what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? Balopi yad anugrahat. Even small, ignorant child can understand philosophy very nicely. You know, this Prabhupada used to play around with the next generation kids, like his disciples' children. Like when they used to, go around, Prabhupada will ask them, who is Krishna? Then they will say without any question, without any thinking, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Where did they get the knowledge from? Very easy. And now, okay, we have to find the Shastras, how it is Krishna is Supreme Lord. All those things we can go to Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita to understand that. But what happens is, here, Balopiya Danugrahat, Tare Nana Matagraha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has saved us from crocodiles. You see, first of all, if you are put into the water, whether it is river or ocean, whatever, right? If you don't know swimming, then you don't have to worry about crocodiles also. You will drown anyway. Right? Suppose you know swimming also. In other words, you know some language, Sanskrit knowledge or whatever. Then what happens? These crocodiles and sharks and whales, they all come to eat us off. There is no way to escape. And crocodile is very nicely, it's called graha. Graha means once it grabs, it doesn't leave. We know that from Gajendra. Such a huge elephant like Gajendra was caught by this crocodile. And he didn't leave him till thousands of years, he didn't leave him. And so many people are trying, all his family, friends, everybody is trying to pull out. So they couldn't pull it. So, Taren Nana Matagraha. Taren, he is saving us from this. So many crocodiles of philosophical. Imagine if we had not come in touch with Prabhupada's commentaries and his books and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's this movement, we might be loitering around somewhere, Gautama's philosophy, Kannada's philosophy or Patanjali's philosophy, and we will be thinking we are thinking and we will be loitering. We know that we are not satisfied, but we will have to pose as if we are satisfied. We know that we are not happy, but we have to pose as if we are happy. Here we don't have to pose. Why? Because whatever is the theory, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given such a beautiful, simple conclusion that even a Balopi Yadanugrahat, we can understand the philosophy. Very, very simple words. Talk about the 5 material elements, go to Bhagavatam, Prabhupada has given it piece by piece, very, very simple understanding has given. And that too logical and scientific. You go and tell this to a big scientist also, you say, hey, yeah, I didn't think about it, all this, because you didn't come to Prabhupada. We have come to Prabhupada, we have got this already, the knowledge. And without any unnecessary endeavors. Imagine, you have to study all those Shaddarshana, Kannada's and Gautama's philosophies. You have to spend so many years and get lost in that ocean. And then they will grab graha. Taren nana mata graha vyaptam siddhanta sagaram. This is siddhanta sagaram. And in the siddhanta sagar, we will get lost. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? He gave a beautiful thing. What did he do? First, he didn't teach the philosophy. He didn't tell us, philosophy means high level, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are his servant. Gopi Bhartur, Padakamalayur, Dasa Dasanu Das. In one line, he gave the whole philosophy, right? But what did he do on top of it? He made us all personally experience the conclusions of those theories. That is the greatness of our Prabhupada's movement. We are experiencing it. Otherwise, why we are coming and standing in front of the Lord and dancing at 4:30 in the morning? This kirtan was so beautiful today. Guru Puja kirtan we felt like going on. Every time we have kirtan, we want to feel like let it go on, isn't it? Why it is so? Because every time we take prasadam, we want more also, isn't it? Right? And every time we feel sleepy also, we want to sleep more. That is also Krishna. Okay, Prabhupada says, sleep for Krishna, eat for Krishna. Huh? And everything, anything that we do. That day we were sitting and discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita for 5-6 hours, we didn't feel like stopping. Taushanima Prabhu had to tell us that, Prabhu, we have to break for juice break. We are drinking this nectarian juice, but we do need juice also, because if we don't drink that juice, that prasadam will go waste. Devotees have struggled so hard, so we had to not offend their sevas, ignore their seva. So this practical experience of this philosophical conclusion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada has given us. That's the greatness of our movement. That's the greatness of our Shastras. Like we discussed the other day, the Prakashananda Saraswati and his team of sannyasis, they were ridiculing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's way of bhakti. And they were telling, you are a sannyasi, you are supposed to discuss Vedanta Sutra. Why are you simply dancing like these fanatics? Chanting and dancing like these fanatics. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? He told him that, do you think we are not discussing Vedanta Sutra? We are indeed discussing the Vedanta Sutra. But for us, that Vedanta Sutra, for you, the Vedanta Sutra is a painful endeavor. Your Guru Maharaj told you to do, if you don't do that, you will not be given prasadam. Once what happened, my spiritual master, Maharaj, he was in a big, they had organized a program, and they had organized many different leaders or saints to come and speak. So, when Maharaj finished speaking, after that, it was some festival or something. So one other Mayavadi sannyasi came. He was expressing himself, exhibiting himself as Mayavadi sannyasi only. So he came and spoke, and he spoke so beautiful about Krishna. So after he finished speaking, Maharaj called him aside, and the thing said, hey, I thought you were a Mayavadi. How come you are describing about Krishna so nicely? Then he told very secretly to Maharaj that, please don't tell outside. I actually like Krishna. I am a devotee of Krishna only. But I am staying in this Mayavadi ashram. If I don't speak this ashram, I will not get prasadam. If I don't speak this philosophy, I will not get prasadam. So for prasadam, I am doing this. Frankly speaking, that's how that philosophy is. There's nothing much they can do. So what Chaitanya Prabhu is saying is that we are discussing Vedanta Sutra, but Vedanta Sutra is so much pleasing. You know why? Because Bhagavatam is Vedanta Sutra. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is, all the important shlokas of Bhagavatam are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you take Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are, the cream of all the shlokas are there. So there is no difference between Chaitanya Charitamrita and Vedanta Sutra. And we are relishing all this, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and CC. And you are not having that relishing, And that is why you are asking me, why are you not reading Vedanta Sutra? I am not asking you, why are you reading Vedanta Sutra? Why? Because I am happy with what I am doing. See, when you are happy with what you are doing, you will not go and ask someone, why are you not doing, isn't it? We are taking prasadam. Are you looking at others' plate? We are busy with our plate, isn't it? Prabhu, give me one more rasgulla. Give me one more gulab jamun. We say no. Why? Because it is so sweet that we don't have time to look at others' plate, whether they are eating or not. When we finish our thing, then we go and distribute. Tell, nice prasadam, come and eat. That is what Jivar Daya. You don't make other people feel bad, but you just encourage them to come and take part in this Kevala Ananda Kanda that Lochand Das Thakur sings now. So this is the beauty of our Prabhupada has given so much philosophy. In fact, Prabhupada writes emphatically in his purports in Chaitanya Charitamrita that no one else, no other movement in this world has so much Shastra like we have. And people are ridiculing, we are chanting and dancing. Our chanting and dancing is as per our Shastra. Those who relish the Shastras will have to chant and dance. If they don't chant and dance, it means they have not understood the essence of the Shastras. That is the whole point here. So, we have, this is the greatness that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. This is the unique thing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us through this, the way, the path that he has given us. Sankirtana Yajna. Sankirtana, Tasmat Sankirtanam Vishnoho Jagan Mangalam Amhasam. Mahatam api Kauravya Vidyaikantikam Nishkritam. Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj that Tasmat Sankirtanam Vishnu. Do Sankirtan. Whole of Bhagavatam, you will see so many times Sankirtan word is repeated, glorified. Sankirtan process is glorified by Sukadeva Goswami and other. So after you experience what happens, you don't need to have anything else. You're so, it's like, see, sun is there. You see the sun. Is there any proof needed to show that sun has arisen? You have seen it directly. Are you going to confirm outside Prabhu has sun risen? No. Right? Puranarka adhuno uditaha. It has arisen. So, this, once you get the experience of this conclusion of all the shastras in the form of our serving, association of devotees, all chanting the holy names, prasada seva, in all these ways, then you don't have to even go and ask, have I done my thing all right? No. It's, what is that? Swayam yeva spuratyadaha. Right? Dhruva Maharaj says beautifully in his prayers to the Lord in 4.9.13. He says, Natah param parama veddi nayatra vadaha. Natah param parama vedmi nayatra vadaha. I have seen you. Directly you have shown yourself to me. I don't have to go and argue with somebody, have I seen Krishna? Narad Muni is also, I'm not going to argue with him, have I seen Krishna? He told me the process and went away. And I did the process and I got your darshan. So what he is saying is that now that I have seen you, all the process of theorizing have come to an end. This is a beautiful statement in his prayer. This is how we are doing already. We don't know that we are doing. So we confirm it against Dhruva Maharaj's prayers. Whatever we are doing, if it is confirmed in our Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, that's it. No more conclusion or confirmation needed from anywhere else. Right? So all the theorizing have come to an end. I am not going to theorize anymore. Because I have eaten Rasgulla. I am not asking, I have eaten whatever malpua or anything that you may like, your favorite sweets. Right? I have eaten. I know that I have tasted it. Why do I have to confirm with anyone? That is the beauty here. Nata param parama vedmi. I have parama vedmi. I have realized you. Perception. Na yatra vadaha. I am not going to argue with anyone. These people, they keep arguing. No, the Kannada, this Gautama and all, they are like those blind men who are, blind men who are just trying to understand the elephant by, some is touching the tail and says it is like a rope. Some is touching his legs and saying his elephant is like a pillar. And they argue. For us, we have seen the whole elephant. We know all the elephant. We know that this person who is catching the rope and calling that as Krishna, that is how Krishna is. We know that that person has got hold of only the tail. Because we know the tail also, we know the pillar also, we know the legs also, we know his body also, we know his ears also. Everything we know. Simply by experiencing. We are experiencing this. And this is how this, we get the direct presence of Krishna by the causeless mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And these crocodiles don't affect us. We are very happy. We are just going in the, why? Because our captain is Srila Prabhupada. He knows how to, swim through this, wade us through all this. We don't have to swim. We just get into the boat of Prabhupada, and in the boat there will be so many other devotees. With all of them, what we will do? We will be chanting and dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. How enthusiastically we are all chanting. If some of these other Saddarshan people come and say, hey, what's happening? They are all chanting. Are we missing something? We don't have to worry about anything else. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva gatiranyata. What is that shloka after Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Iti shodashakam namnam kali kalmashanashanam nata paratara upaya sarva vedeshu drishyate. These people are all trying to understand the Vedas and Vedantas and trying to come to the conclusion. What we are saying, you come to the conclusion. After many yugas, you come to the conclusion and you will be coming to our place only. We are taking a direct flight. You come walking or crawling or whatever. And you will come there to see us chanting and dancing. Only thing is you would have missed out. You would have been doing so long the chanting and dancing. You will come towards the end when it is almost getting over. This is the beauty of our movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simplifies everything. You know how he simplifies? It is shown so beautifully in the next sloka. I request you all, this particular sloka, the 2.2, try to memorize. If you don't know this sloka before, try to memorize it. Every single word is like enjoyment. Every single, so much you can relish this verse. And this is so nicely composed in our Janmadhyasya meter, that shloka's meter. It's called Shardula Vikriditam. It is so beautiful to sing also, so beautiful to understand each and every word also. And how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has composed these in that old age, this is only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's kripa. Otherwise, it's not possible. He's saying my eyesight is not there, my memory is not working, but how am I writing? I don't know. See, beautiful sloka. Krishnot kirtana gana nartana kala pato jani brajita sadbhakta valiham sachakra madhupaha shreni viharaspadam karnanandi kaladhvanir vahatu me जिह्वामरु प्रांगणे श्री चैतन्य दयानिधेर तव रसल लीला सुधा स्वर्धुनी. Singing itself is so joyful. Now if you try to understand it, is going to be even more joyful. You see, this Krishnot Kirtana Gana Nartana Kala. Utkirtan. We are not singing in our murmuring. We are shouting out loud that, all over, everybody, 1-2 kilometers also they will be able to hear. Like yesterday, a big group of our Harinam, our Yugal Sham Prabhuji was leading the Kirtan. I thought some big procession was going. What's up? We were driving in the car and we saw them, myself and Ramvilas Prabhuji. We saw them and like so joyfully they were dancing and, going. And normally if you ask somebody to walk for say 6-7 kilometers, they will say, oh my God, I cannot walk. But you make them walk in Rath Yatra, they will walk even 12 kilometers without any problem. And dancing and joyfully running, isn't it? And this is the beauty. You ask them to climb the hill, they will not hill. Normally they won't climb. But you go with a group of devotees, whether it is Ahobilam or Chardham Yatra or wherever else you go, they will be joyfully going up. We have seen people with old people also climbing up the Ugrastamba and all very easily, Normally, that is what Pangum Langayate Girim. You say, right? Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langayate Girim. Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande. Shri Gurun Dinatarinam, Shri Paramananda Madhavam, Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. By his mercy we can go. So this is Krishna Utkirtana Gana Nardana Kala. See, Gana, Nardana, Kirtana. All of this thing we are doing. Right? And if you wonder, oh Prabhu, I am sweeping the floor. Prabhu, I am in the Seva office sitting and receiving guests. Or I am washing the pots. Prabhu, I am doing deity worship. I am, doing some artist. All these things are covered in Kala. Fine arts. Prabhupada turns it as fine arts. See, Prabhupada has given such a beautiful, this moment is so beautiful. I heard this beautiful thing from my spiritual master. He said, see, Prabhupada, suppose he has started a movement, society for cab drivers. Suppose he had started a society, international society for cab drivers. Now this Ola, Uber, they are all doing that. It would have only satisfied or encouraged the cab drivers. The whole world cannot become cab drivers, isn't it? Only some people can become cab drivers. Or he has opened something for rickshawalas, International Society for Rickshawalas. Only rickshawalas will be benefited, or those who travel in that. But what did Prabhupada do? He opened this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And now you see, because of this, all wakes of life, all business people, all service people, everybody is benefited. You go to Mayapur or Vrindavan or even you come here, everywhere, you see the rickshawalas, they are all benefited because they are, so many devotees keep coming everywhere. And wherever you go, like I was telling in the other thing also, I was traveling from Balewadi, Baner to NVCC the other day. And I had no idea, Ola cab was booked and that person came. And he didn't see the end point and he saw me in dhoti and kurta, he was smiling. I thought, okay, maybe just normally he's smiling. And when I got in, he said, where, kahan ja rahe hain? I said, oh, ISKCON ja rahe hain. He was very happy. Then I didn't know what was the thing made him happy. Then I just continued for 10-15 minutes I was just doing my work inside, and then after some time I just was striking conversation with him. आप गए हैं क्या ISKCON मंदिर पहले? और कई बार गए हैं साहब. Prabhu ji, he didn't say Prabhu ji, said sir. And then he started telling that, every Sunday he comes with his children to have darshan and have prasadam and, see the nice festivities. And then he said, he started giving so many realizations that I was stunned. A cab driver has this much. बाकी सब societies सबको फैलाते हैं sir. इधर ही मिलाते हैं सबको. And then he said, सब जगह पे negativity फैलाते हैं. इधर ही positivity मिलता है. I thought we'll have to make him stand and, speak and give big speech he has to give. See, the beauty here is, he was talking so many things. He said, if अगर ये गुरुकुल शुरू करते हैं ना, तो मैं मेरे दोनों बच्चों को इधर डाल दूंगा. Whoever is taking care of that initiative, please. At least 2 tickets are there for you. See, this is, I'm telling you, this is such a transcendental touch of the deity form, the deities, Prabhupada always said, you just bring the people, introduce him to the deities and to my books. The deities and my book will do the job. You don't have to worry. Go to the next person. Right? You don't have to explain theories. Just give them prasadam and they will finish. They are finished. And I don't think anybody would have seen that cab driver. I don't think anybody would have preached to him also. But how did he get all the message? As it is, we don't have any big media propaganda positive for us, As we know, they don't go and spread big things about it. Maybe small news things will come. In spite of the fact that we are doing so much thing to the good to the society. So this is how imperceptibly our action speaks louder than our words. Imperceptibly, we are all dancing together. People come and say, hey, these people are all very joyful. I also feel like joining. That is how it is. So this is Krishnot Kirtana Gana Nardana Kala. Pato Jani Brajita. See, Brajita word is saying, so nice word it is. Each and every word you should enjoy in this, Brajita means beautified. Pato Jani means Kamal, lotus flowers. See, this is like Krishna Utkirtana Gana Nardana Kara. These are all like a river. And in that river, these lotus flowers are all there. Lotus flowers, these are Pato Jani Brajita. They are beautifying we are all beautifying. If this temple is empty, how will it be beautiful? This temple is beautiful because of the deities and the devotees here. If you take out see now because the deities are there, devotees are all sitting. Suppose in the night, devotees are all going away also. A small child also can roam around without any fear. You see? But if the same place, the deities are taken out and it's just an empty hall, even we will be afraid of coming here in the night, isn't it? That is the power of deities. You don't realize it. When they are there, we don't realize it. Isn't it true, Prabhus? So this is important thing. Pato Jani Brajita. And what does it do? Next line is so beautiful. Sadbhakta Valihamsa Chakra Madhupaha Shreni Viharaspadam. Beautiful word. Every word you should enjoy. This is why I told you, no theorizing, only practice. We don't question how they make dokla, how they make rasmalai, how they make gulab jamun. We just enjoy eating it, isn't it? Do we ask them, Prabhuji, can you give me the recipe? As long as you keep putting it in my plate whenever I come, I don't need the recipe. Right? So this is Sadbhakta Avali. Sadbhakta Avali. Sadbhakta means devotees, sincere devotees. Those who are sincere, they are called Sadbhaktas. We are all Sadbhaktas. We are coming here with the faith, with the full conviction that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Sadbhakta Avali. Avali means a nice line, nice rose. You see, when we are dancing, we form nice rose, isn't it? A nice circle. Isn't it? We are all doing. When they are all doing a nice synchronous, harmony we say, na? Harmony, harmonious, we say, right? When the mana is with Hari, it is called harmony. When the mind is with Hari, it is called harmony. So we have to understand this. English words are all cheaters. They are cheaters. They take everything from our, in Japan, for thanking, they will say, Arigata gozaimasu. Right? Arigata. Thanking, they are thanking, means Harigata. You are singing about Hari. You are glorifying Hari. So when you are thanking the Hari inside the heart of the person. Isn't it? This is how Sanskrit is everywhere. We just have to take, you can't escape Sanskrit. All these people are speaking our thing only, our language only. Take the essence out of it. Sadbhakta Avali, it's a Deepa Avali, we say, no? It's all nicely in rows. Like that, when devotees are nicely sitting, it becomes so beautiful when they are dancing. We are sitting in a row and taking prasadam. Isn't it? Everywhere there is system. It is not that somebody is enforcing the system. It automatically gets formed. That is the power of bhakti, as given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sadbhakta Avali. Why Sadbhakta Avali? Why it is automatically formed? Because the people who are there are like Hamsa, Chakra, Madhupaha. Madhupa we know, honeybee. What does honeybee do? Even the rose, when the thorns and other things are there, it only takes the essence. Saranga iva sarabuk. Saranga. Sarangas are the who take only the saram. They don't look at the other unwanted things. So Madhupa. Hamsa, it takes only the essence, leave the unwanted things. It doesn't even criticize, hey, you are having unwanted things. No, I don't need that. I will just take the essence, Hamsa. Chakravaka, Chakra birds, whatever. They are also doing the same thing. So we are all, devotees are like this. That is why they are Sadbhaktas. See how nicely he is explaining the quality of the devotees in just this one few words, Prabhus and Mataji. See how nice it is. Sadbhakta Valihamsa Chakra Madhupaha. And next word is very beautiful again. Shreni. Shreni means they are always gathered together. Isn't it? We are all gathering together. Association devotees. We don't try to go. We go alone also sometimes, we need that time. But main thing is association of devotees. They singing together in the association of devotees. Taking prasadam in the association of devotees. Hearing Bhagavatam in the association of devotees. Isn't it? So Shreni. Shreni means bees, they come together. They are all together. So we are all together in this journey. And when we do this together, what happens? Vihara Aspadam. Vihara Aspadam is such a beautiful word, Vihara Aspadam means it's a abode of pleasure. Nothing else is there. Kevala Ananda Kanda, we said, no? So nothing else is there. Vihara, we say Vihar. Chaitanya Vihar, Shanti Vihar, no? Vihar means Ahar Vihar. The Yukta Ahara Viharasya. Vihar means recreation. Enjoying Vihar, basically. You are enjoying. Or you are at your home where you stretch your legs and hands. If you go to someone else's home, you have to be very reserved. You should act in such a way that they don't think bad about you. You have to be very, formal about all these things. But when you are at your home, nobody cares. You don't care for anybody. Not that nobody cares. You don't care for anybody. If somebody asks you, my home, what is your problem? I will stretch my legs, I will stretch my hand, whichever way I want, I will do. Right? That is vihar. So in other words, we feel at home. What is it? Pantaha swa sharanam yatha. It's as if like a traveler going long distance and he's coming at his home and he is very peaceful at home. We all feel at home, isn't it? We don't feel we're missing some place or whatever, our native or whatever. We feel at home in temples. And you go to Germany, Australia, Japan, or China, or US, or anywhere you go, it is the same thing. You feel at home. Because everybody is chanting the same Samsara Dava, same Narsim Pranam, same Tulsi Mantra, same Hare Krishna Mantra they chant, same number of rounds also they chant. And then we do Guru Puja. And then we do Bhagavatam, same Bhagavatam we read. Nowhere, all over the world, that is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That's why I said, rickshawalas are satisfied, cab walas are satisfied, restaurants people are getting so much nice, tasty food, prasadam. And then big IT people are getting job they are all getting job also. Engineers, architects are getting job, building such big, huge temples. And children, schools they are getting open, hospitals are open, doctors are getting job, engineers are getting job, lawyers are getting job. Everybody is getting the job. So Prabhupada, by opening this International Society of Krishna Consciousness, he gave given job to everybody. He has employed, it is an international society for employment consciousness. Everybody is employed here. Nobody goes jobless, isn't it? You see anybody in our temple, you can't see anybody lying down and sleeping. They will always be busy with doing some seva or other. Isn't it? Like the honeybee. Sadbhakta valihamsa chakra madupaha shreni viharaspadam. Aspadam means enjoying, place where you would only enjoy, nothing else you do. Even if you have some anxiety, that is a source of pleasure because you are anxious for Krishna, right? Then what happens? Now here in this association, what do we do? Karna nandi kaladhvanir vahatu me. Let your glorious pastimes. It is so pleasing to the ears. Karna Anandi. So Ananda to hear. Karna, for ears it is Ananda. Karna Nandi Kala Dhvanir. This Dhvani, it's not just Shabd, it is not just some sound. It is Dhvani. Vibration, sound vibration, you see. Kala Dhvani Vahatume. Let it continuously flow. Let it not stop. Why? Because he is telling the real nature of those who have not yet tasted the holy names and pastimes of Krishna. What is that? Jihva Maru Prangane. Maru means desert, Registan, right? Our tongue is like a desert because all these lifetimes it has spoken so many nonsense, heard so much nonsense, and spoken so much nonsense that it is like a desert. Nothing grows, no life. Desert means dead place, correct? Not even a small plant grows. Isn't it? Small shrub or herb also, this bush also doesn't grow, right? Why? Because there is no water. But whereas here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glorious pastimes are so much like an overflowing river of nectar, that too Ganges river of nectar, overflowing. And this Jihva is desert. Maru Prangane. This Prangane means courtyard we say, no? Where this is like a courtyard where we can dance. It's such a big place. Courtyard means place. Such a big place. My tongue is so big. It looks like a small thing. But with this tongue only we are speaking so much. Isn't it? Either we are pleasing somebody or hurting somebody. This is the only thing. Right? This is the only object that hurts others also and makes others feel happy also. So it's so huge. So much words are sitting inside. That is why it is huge. And Jihva Maru Prangane, when that holy Ganges river flows through and we start speaking in our tongue, then we are completely satisfied, fully blissful. Just Anandamayo Abhyasat. Only Anandam, nothing else is there. Sri Chaitanya Daya Nidher Tava Lasal Leela. Beautiful words. Every single word he has chosen. These choice words we say, no? Uttama Shloka. We say, no? Choice words. Tava Lasal Leela. See, understand the beauty of this word, Lasal Leela. Lasal Leela means shining, enlightening, shining. Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana, we say, no? Lasat means lightning, illumination, right? Lumina, Lasat. So Lasal Leela means shining Leela. Now why it is shining Leela? Why it is not loud Leela, or why it is not sweet Leela? Why it is Lasal Leela? There's two things with light happens. One thing is, you don't have to go and find out where it is. By its light, it will automatically be revealed. You understand? You don't have to ask somebody, can you please understand this? I am not able to understand. Automatically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas will be revealed to us on its own. Like sun, it reveals itself to us. Isn't it? That is why it is shining. We say sunshine, we say, right? Like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas are shining. In other words, they are so shining, so beautiful, illuminating, and like that. Second quality of that shining is what? It will make us see ourselves also. Isn't it? In dark, I cannot see myself. See this outside and inside, they are like nice, beautiful, colorful pictures are so meticulously done. In the night, dark, can you see the colors? Colors in the pictures? No, it will all be dark. But in the morning, when the sunlight is there, automatically the colors are seen, isn't it? We can appreciate all the various different colors. So sun brings colors to our life. That's very important to understand. So our own anarthas also will be revealed. Our own self also will be revealed automatically. Swayam eva spuratyadaha. This is the beauty of illuminating, shining. So Sri Chaitanya Daya Nider, you are the ocean of mercy. Without even us asking for it, without even us qualifying for it, without even us even going and finding some out for it, you are coming to each one of our hearts. And you are residing here. Isn't it? How beautiful it is. That is why he is Navo Mahavadanyaya. He didn't wait for us to come to him. He didn't wait for Jagai and Madai to come to him. He planned everything. Like Prakashananda Saraswati. We discussed the other day. He planned the Brahmana to invite him to that group of sannyasis. He inspired that Brahmana to come and speak. Prataparudra. Every single pastime you take in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas, in all those things, he will be the Karta. He will be the one who inspires the whole thing. He inspires Prataparudra. He inspires the devotees to associate with him. And he is giving that, slowly he is giving that token mercy. Externally, he is acting as if he doesn't like to associate. But the moment he hears about his sincerity, he has already decided, I am going to give him the mercy. Isn't it? Like that, every single Leela you take, there will be that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the original Karta, or the Sarva Karana Karanam, you will see. Right? So this is some of the beautiful points. And Seva, we will close today's discussion. I think we have a few more minutes, right, Prabhu? I think it's 9-10, maybe another 2-3 minutes we'll have. We talked about association of devotees. We talked about the beauty of hearing Krishna's pastimes, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes. And then we don't just stop there. We do seva, right? How do we do the seva? The beauty of this mood for the seva is so beautifully revealed, so nicely revealed by Prahlad Maharaj. You will be thinking it's a prayer to Nrsimhadev, but no, it is a prayer that he sings to Vaman Dev. That's a very rare thing, you might have. We are all used to the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj to Nrsimhadev. But when Vaman Dev comes and Bali Maharaj goes to this Sutala or our Patal Lokna, after that Vaman Dev is asking all these people to judge whether what Bali Maharaj did was right or not, right? That time Shukracharya also confirms that whatever he did was right. Just before that, our Prahlad Maharaj sings a very, very beautiful verse, and it has no purport. You will see why it does not have a purport. Yat pada padma makaranda nishevanena brahmadaya sharanadashnuvate vibhutihi kasmad vayam kusrutayah kalayona yaste dakshanya drishti padavim bhavatah pranitah. In this, every single word is so beautiful to relish, but I will just, because time is of the essence, we will understand only one or two. Yat pada padma makaranda, your lotus feet, it has makaranda, it is a honey. Lotus feet is full of honey, But when that honey can be extracted, when we have nishevanena. Nishevanena means by tasting the nectar, by tasting the sweetness of rendering service. So such a beautiful translation Prabhupada has given for this word. You should enjoy this. Nishevanena means by tasting the sweetness of rendering service. How much are we enjoying the sweetness of rendering service, Prabhu's Mataji? That is, whatever service it may be, you should enjoy the sweetness of rendering the service. He is telling, Yat pada padma makaranda nishevanena. Some people are doing something. He is telling who is that in the next line. Let's come to that later. But now, nishevanena. What we should understand from this nishevanena is, any service we are given, we should fully enjoy it. We should fully enjoy that service. My Guru Maharaj said once that, in devotional service, in order to succeed in devotional service, you should always learn to do what you don't like to do. If you do only what you like to do, you will not progress in devotional service. You should do what you don't like to do. Brahma doesn't like to create, but Krishna put him in that position. You create. Well, how will I create? I am giving my mercy. Don't worry. You create. No association. I want association. No, I will give you association. First do creation. Like that. Nishevanena means you enjoy the taste of the sweetness of rendering service. 8:23:7. 8:23:7 it is. Yatpada Padma Makaranda Nishevanena. The day we taste that sweetness of service, Prabhus, we are successful in our devotional life. What he is telling, I am not a testing, but someone else is testing. Who is that? Brahmadaya Sharanada Ashnuvate. Ashnuvati means enjoying. No, Ashnuvate. Ashnani. Ashnuvate Vibhutihi. They have got the Vibhuti because they were enjoying the taste of service, sweetness of that service. Who? Brahma and others. Why they were able to enjoy? Because they have taken Sharanada. Sharanada means you are the person. You are the one who can give shelter. They have accepted your shelter fully because they are completely convinced that you are the only one who can give shelter. Right? Sharana dadati iti sharanada. You say, one who gives sharana is called sharanada. Now, very simple example. See, this roof is there. We are completely convinced that the engineer, whoever built this, he did it in honest work, so it will not cave down. Right? That's why you are peacefully sitting here and enjoying Bhagavatam. Isn't it? Otherwise, you will keep on looking like this. When it is going to cave down, when it is going to cave down. Right? When you are convinced that Krishna's shelter is the ultimate shelter and you don't have to go anywhere else, aspadam, vihara aspadam, then you will not bother about this thing. Isn't it? So, these Brahmadaya Sharanada, they have completely accepted your shelter. So, they are so much convinced of your shelter that they are enjoying your service, enjoying that sweetness of your service. So, the secret of enjoying the sweetness of the service is to completely be convinced that Krishna is our supreme shelter. Krishna vinaka gatihi. There is no gati other than Krishna. No? Then he says, I am rushing through this verse. This is not to be rushed through. This sloka should not be rushed through. But we don't have time. We have to, at least somehow, we have to understand. Then he is telling about himself. Kasmadvayam. These people are all taken shelter. You have given service to them. They are all great people. But I am a demon. I am born of a demon. I don't have any taste for your service. Kusrutaya, Kalayonaya. I am always fighting with people. I am finding faults with people. I am trying to destroy others' life. I don't like when people are happy. I am so envious. Kalayonayaste. I am born of this kind of a mood. And how did you give people like me service? They are getting service, that is understood, because they have accepted your Sharana. But we have not even accepted your Sharana. See how humble he is. Brahma is not able to satisfy Narsinghadevan, he is pushing him forward. You please go and satisfy. But when it comes to Vaman, he is still having that same humble mood. He is not proud that, hey, see, Brahma could not satisfy Krishna, I could satisfy Krishna, so I am greater than. No. He is telling, Kasmadvayam kusrtaha kalayonayaste. And then he is telling the most beautiful word in the final line. Dakshanya drishti padavim bhavatah pranita. You have given us the padavi. Everybody is running after padavi. Padavi means designation. But the greatest designation is what? Dakshanya drishti. The sidelong glance of Krishna. You have cast your sidelong glance at us. And that is why we are also getting the service even though we are not qualified for it. Bhavatah pranitaha. See how humble this. This is why Bhagavatam should be enjoyed in conjunction with our Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. You see how nice, beautiful shloka this is. This, Dakshanya means Dakshina, we say, south. He says south is Dakshina. Dakshanya means sidelong glance. If you see, if you face east, if you look sideways to the right, it is south. Correct? So when you see Krishna, he is always his, what do you call that as? Sidelong glance. When he sees, his eyes are like this. He doesn't look straight. Isn't it? When devotees come, they look at him. But Krishna's eyes are like this. Why? Because he doesn't have to look at them. They are anyway looking at him. They have his darshan. But there are others, he is telling, Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Brahma and all are like devotees. They come straight and look at you. But we are like, in the name of, sometimes what we do, we go around parikrama. When you go around parikrama, you talk all other subjects other than Krishna. And Krishna has to look sideways and see how to bring this person to Krishna consciousness. We go little bit bigger parikrama and we go out of the temple. He has to give his farther sidelong glance. You see how much meaning is there? Dakshanya drishti padavim. By casting your sidelong glance, you have given this padavi of your sevite, which we don't deserve. Bhavata pranitaha. We have achieved this. Jai. Granthrashi Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Granthrashi Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Vancha Kalpatarabhyascha Kripasindhavachya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. You know why this verse didn't have purport? I forgot to tell you now. Remember we asked this question? Because if Prabhupada had to write a purport for this, he had to write one full volume for this one verse alone. Then we will have to have so many books to carry. So that's why he didn't. He said, you people realize based on your casting the sidelong glance at us, we just pray for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada's sidelong glance to be cast upon us, and so that we are always engaged in unmotivated and uninterrupted loving devotional service in the association of all the wonderful devotees. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji, for your patient hearing, and also for all the wonderful devotees who are doing so much seva to get all the programs happening. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. Hare Krishna.